According to UNICEF, 720 million women alive today were married as children, a cause our next guest has dedicated her life to as an activist, a CEO, a real-life princess. Princess Mabel Van Oranje of the Netherlands was the wife of the late Prince Friso and is sister-in-law of King Willem-Alexander. She is using her platform to advocate for girls' rights, co-founding Vow for Girls, a global initiative seeking to end child marriage. Thank you so much for taking the time. I know it's a busy schedule. Before we get into the work, the amazing work that you're doing with child marriage, tell us how you came to the royal family.
Love. Very easy.
Easy.
I was an activist. I met my husband. We fell in love. And one of the reasons why he fell in love with me is because of the commitment with which I do my work, and including the work on ending child marriage.
Well, let's talk about that. Vow for Girls. Tell us what it is and what is it that you do.
So every year, 12 million girls get married before the age of 18. That's one girl every 3 seconds. And I've met countless of these girls. I remember the girl who told me that her wedding day was not a happy day because it was the day she had to leave school. I remember girls who told me that their sisters who ended up as child brides actually are dead now because they died in childbirth because their bodies were not ready to give birth. For many of these girls, a marriage doesn't bring love. Actually, it brings domestic violence at the hands of their husbands. So child marriage is not a happy thing. And these are girls that if you ask them what they had wanted to do with their lives, and they say they wanted to be a nurse or they wanted to, be a policewoman, or some of them wanted to be president. And I believe that child marriage has basically taken the futures of these girls away. And that can change, and that has to change, because it's a big human rights abuse, but because it's also stupid. Because we know that a woman or a girl who doesn't end up in child marriage but who stays in school will earn more money in her lifetime and invest that in her family and help to lift her community out of poverty.
I love how you speak very frankly. Your organization has worked extensively with the wedding industry. So what are the vows you have encouraged couples to incorporate in there for your cause?
Now, these local projects happen all over the world, and we realize that when people hear about it, including the people who might be listening now, that they say, we want to make a contribution. And then we realize that the wedding industry and celebrations in general is a huge industry. In America alone, $100 billion a year is dedicated to weddings. And so we realized if we can mobilize a small part of that to help that make sure that girls elsewhere in the world can choose their own futures, that would make a huge difference.
Your travels have taken you all around the world. I know you just got back from the Dominican Republic recently. A lot of this, people here in America mostly will hear that and just be so shocked about child marriage, but it is cultural from place to place. So I would imagine education is a part of what you do. Education
definitely is a big part of this. And so last week I was in the Dominican Republic. Many of us think the Dominican Republic is basically a tourist destination, but there 1 out of every 3 girls is married before 18. And the projects that I saw, and these are projects that don't cost a whole lot of money. I mean, really small grants overall. They help to keep girls in school. They help to make sure that girls know about sexual and reproductive health services and how you can avoid getting pregnant. They help to make girls realize that if one of them is getting married, that they have to rally around and stop it. They help to realize teachers to realize that this is not a good thing.
You called yourself an activist. You're an activist, obviously, before you were a princess. I'm curious that there are so many amazing causes that need attention all across the world. How did you come to this?
Well, the size of the problem made me realize this is something that needs to be tackled, but also the issue was not getting the attention it deserves. These 12 million girls were invisible. They often live in rural circumstances, they don't speak English, they're under 18, they can't self-organize. Everybody should have the same opportunity. That's what I strongly believe, and that's why I'm so passionate about this issue.
And Princess Mabel, thank you so much for taking the time to come in and speak with us.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.